What's up, everybody? It's kind of early for me right now, but this is what we're gonna be doing. Let me put this aside. Let me see if I can pull up the chat so I can see what you guys are saying. Uh, where's it at? What? I can't believe that the Champions League final is tomorrow. Like I see like zero hype. I have no idea what's going on. I don't see like nobody talking about it. Uh, Yeah, I was kind of like, how come no one's talking about the Champions League final? Like, I barely see anyone. I don't even see like the TV talking about it. So we need like more like clout. We need more like people talking about it and speaking about like what could potentially happen because I haven't heard anything about the final. And for some reason, like as a Barcelona fan, this like season so far, because the season is not over, like football in general, it's not over yet, but it's like this season has felt so long, like so long. I felt like this season has been like 2 3 years. Kind of shows you that we really wanted this season to end because of how many bad things has been going on. um so I am going to be like, what we are going to be doing in this live session is going to be like an hour long. I am going to be answering the questions that was provided for me on the Discord. I did explain on the YouTube community post. If you guys do have any questions, if you guys want me to like answer a question that you guys have, always go into that Discord link. Of course, get yourself in there and then put your question inside that Discord. So add yourself in that chat, and then that's basically how we're going to be moving forward from there. Like, that's how I'm going to be taking questions. I'm not going to be taking it on Twitter or on YouTube on the comment sections. I'm going to be taking it through only the Discord. The link is going to be on the community post that I did post a few hours ago, like about 2 or 3 hours ago. um oh yeah, so okay, so I see a few people here already. So I want to get one thing very clear, because I posted something yesterday on Twitter that I think angered a lot of people, and I want you guys to like really understand like my intentions on that, right? Like what I was trying to say on Twitter, because I know that on Twitter, whatever you say, people are going to be like, oh, is this true? Like what you're saying here, is this like, are you being for real right now? And blah blah blah. So let me kind of explain, right? Because a lot of people are a little like upset. And you guys know that I do like to joke a lot when it comes to Twitter, because I don't take Twitter seriously at all. I just say whatever I want to say, and then if people want to get mad or not, it's up to you, right? So here, let me pull it up. I'm gonna go. Where's Twitter at? Okay, so I'm gonna go here, and we're gonna do this, right? Okay, so you guys can see that, right? So yesterday on Twitter, see, like a bunch of people are like just so pissed. It's so crazy how like I post, like I tweet so many things, so many like cool stuff when it comes to like football in general. But the moment I say something like hella off, right, something kind of like negative, it like pops. Like everybody retweets, and everybody likes it. Like, look, 740 likes, 26 retweets, and 9 quote tweets. Like, bro, like out of everything I just said, this is the one that's going to be the most popular, really. The one tweet where I was like just joking, and you guys like, I don't get Twitter sometimes. I don't This is why I don't take Twitter seriously. Like, okay, so I said, look, if Gavi and Frankie leave this summer, I'm shutting down my channel and retire as a football fan. Do you guys really think I was being serious about that whole thing? Like, you think that after 3 years of working on this YouTube channel, just because Frankie and Gavi leave, I'm gonna be shutting down the channel? Really, after 3 years of like posting videos every day, you think I'm gonna shut down my channel, right? So here we have people here like hella upset, saying, "Oh, good riddance. Don't need fake fans. Needs fans of the club." Coming from Barca Culé, right? Whoever that is. Uh, we have do a thing, start collecting money from Barca fans and give it to the Bar. That's funny. Oh, you're gonna suffer through more stuff. Don't worry. Yeah, no, I'll have you on a guest to share and good cry. Someone says, you're welcome to do so. Barcelona is way bigger than Frankie and Gavi. I love them too. Personally, I think Gavi will renew and Frankie will be sold at any offer greater than 80 million. Look, even if I was like being like for real, like if I was like being serious about this tweet, what I was basically trying to say if Barcelona or Laporta, right, if they sell Frankie and Gavi simultaneously at this exact same summer, that is when I would shut down my channel and retire as a football fan. But again, this is just a joke. Like I'm not being serious at all. Like I'm gonna be a Barcelona fan even if we sign like like I don't know, like whoever, like some like a MLS front three or something, or like having Umtiti. If we had Umtiti, Lenglet, and Cellini as our front three, I would still support Barcelona, right? Let's put it like that. So uh someone's like someone said, so do it ASAP. I will move to Real Madrid. I am stopping to watch football if any one of them leaves. Someone's like, congratulations. I don't mind Gavi leaving, to be honest. It's kind of fascinates me, right? That so many people in this Barcelona fan base are kind of like okay with seeing Gavi leave. Me, in my opinion, I do not want to see Gavi leave. Gavi has too much potential. He has too much football in him, and he's only 17 years old. How are you going to let a player like Gavi leave from Barcelona? This is a player that we have not seen in like 50 years. Like, when was the last time we have seen someone like Gavi? Like, when it comes to Pedri, right? We've seen Pedri before. We seen his type of like style and his type of profile before. And that was through Iniesta, right? Now, of course, Pedri's gonna make his own career. He's gonna do whatever he needs to do, and blah blah blah. It's going to be very different from Iniesta, right? But in terms of style and the profile, we have seen someone like him before. And it's amazing because he's doing this at the age of 19, 18 years old. But when it comes to Gavi, right? When did we ever see someone like Gavi? When? Like, when did we ever see? Like, this guy is something special. This guy is like a Macherano formed into like a Vidal or like someone like Xavi. Like, this guy has the technique. This is someone who's very intense, who always gives 110% on the field. And you're like, oh my God. Like, you just want to be there for Gavi. Like, it makes you want to put on the Barcelona shirt, get into that field, and be like, Gavi, I got you. You're not going to be the only one working hard on this pitch, right? Like, I'm gonna be your right hand man. Like, you pressure him, I'll pressure that guy, and let's get this ball. Let's get the possession. Let's move forward, right? That's just how I feel. Like, when it comes to Gavi, Gavi gives that type of like vibe on the field. Like, it's just everybody's like, you go, Gavi. Like, that's what I'm talking about. All of these players, like, that we have been seeing in the past like 5-6 years that were playing in the midfield for Barcelona under Valverde, under Koeman, under Quique Setién, they're nothing compared to what Gavi brings on the field. And at the age of 17, please name me any other 17-year-old midfielder. Any other 17-year-old midfielder that does exactly what Gavi does. This guy here is going to be someone special. And so the fact that all you people over here on Twitter are saying, I don't mind Gavi leaving, to be honest, or saying, like where? Like, I don't. There's a bunch of other stuff, but I can't even find it. But there was some other people saying if Gavi and Frankie leave Barcelona, well, whatever. Can't believe. Who cares? Someone says who cares. Gavi staying. I want them. Some people are saying they want Frankie to be out too. Like, I have no idea what's going on with this Barcelona fan base, but there has been a few people that have been saying like Gavi is not really something special. He just likes to run on the pitch. Like, really? Is that all you see on the field? That Gavi's just running on the pitch? Like, do you not see how much Barcelona benefit from Gavi being on the field? You just have to study these games, watch it more than twice, and you understand, right? And so, yeah, this is just fake, right? It's crazy how like I was just joking. I'm gonna be a Barcelona fan no matter what. It's crazy how like there's a promote button here. I wonder what that does. I'm not doing that though, because I know he's gonna be like, oh, you're gonna have to pay. Okay, let's see what this guy says. Honest football fan. If we are gonna sell someone, make it Gavi easy 50 million. So you see what I mean, right? Like, why are you guys so okay with selling Gavi for 50 million? There has been reports about like Liverpool potentially wanting to buy Gavi. And I know that Gavi's going to do very well in a team like Liverpool. Like, Liverpool, that's what they're all about. Look at Henderson, right? Look at Fabinho. Like, Gavi replicates those players in some way because of how disciplined they are in their defensive work. Gavi being in that midfield, and especially in Liverpool, and especially in the Premier League, he will flourish. He will love it, right? That is his sense of style. And it would make a lot of sense. But the fact that Barcelona might be actually selling Gavi for 50 million euros, that will be a steal coming from Liverpool. A steal. Like, you better bet. Like, no one is talking about Gavi right now when it comes to these Italian journalists, these English journalists, these commentators, right, from any other league, right? No one's talking about Gavi, but the moment he enters the Premier League, the moment everybody knows that this player here is going to be joining Liverpool, everyone's going to be talking about Gavi, and everyone's going to be saying like, "Oh my God, Gavi is like a great player," blah blah blah, only because he's entering the Premier League. Because like if you enter the Premier League, you're going to be talked about even more. It always happens. Look what happened with Thiago, right? Thiago before Liverpool, no one was talking about him, but the moment he entered Liverpool, all these commentators and all these journalists were saying Thiago is a perfect fit for Liverpool. This guy here is going to bring something different to this Liverpool midfield. It's going to be something that Liverpool did not have before, and blah blah blah. What a player, this and that. And then people are going to be realizing just how good of a player he is, right? Oh my God, spill water. But that's what I'm here to say. And I'm going to say it first. You guys do not know what you guys are missing. But the moment, it's just, I don't even want to go into it. What else he said? The one player we need to keep is Dembele. We are much better with him. I mean, like, yeah, I agree with you here. Yeah, Dembele again. Like some people also say, like, oh, we don't need Dembele. This guy gives too little. We shouldn't be bending our backs for Dembele. Dembele does a lot. Like I don't know how much more like evidence do you need? He is the La Liga leader in terms of the assist. 13 assists or 12 assists, right? And he did that almost within a span of like 6-5 months. Can you imagine what Dembele could do with a full season with preseason under Xavi? I don't get it. Gavi is not disciplined on the ball, unlike Pedri and Frankie. Oh my God, bro. This guy is just going off right now, right? Honest football fan. Who are you? Like what he said completely goes against what I just said about Gavi. Who is this guy? True Araujo. So someone who reps Araujo wants to say that Gavi is not disciplined. Are you serious right now? It's all right, bro. You say whatever you want. Like you have your own opinion. I have my own opinion. Right. So let me go back here. I'm gonna look at you guys' comments real quick. Okay, what's no one likes Twitter, toxic as hell. Yeah, I know. Okay, so let me get into the questions. I'm gonna be answering you guys' questions on the Discord, right? I already have them here ready. Let me see if I could go. I'm gonna just stay here, just in case I get new like notifications. Right. So someone was asking. So we're gonna be starting with someone named Maxi Brock Haas. Maxi Brock Haas from the Discord group chat. And I'm only going to be answering your first question because you put it like a very long question with like there's like 5 different questions in like one paragraph. But he is basically asking, why is Barcelona so keen on Lewandowski while he's 33 years old? Now, look, I get it that Lewandowski is not in the young side. He's 33 years old. He's going to be turning 34 soon, or maybe turning 33 and he's 32, but whatever, right? He is in his early 30s, right? I just think that right now is coming down to 2 things, right? Right now, point number 1, there's not enough of a market for Barcelona, right? There's not a lot of strikers out there that are available and that Barcelona can reach because Barcelona right now they can't spend 80 to 100 million euros on a forward, right? We talk about Darwin Nunez, we talk about Lautaro Martinez, we can talk about Isaac from Sociedad, right? All of these players are going to be priced at like 75, 80 million euros because they've been on form. So yes, we can say that they are available, but not to Barcelona because they can't spend that much money on a single forward. They just can't. Someone like Lewandowski, he's being priced at 35 to 40 million euros. That is something that Barcelona can reach. We have seen Barcelona offer 32 million plus 5 million in bonuses. And that's basically it. Like we have no other option. And I think that when it comes to the second point, right? When it comes to Barcelona looking for someone like Lewandowski and why they're so hell bent on this player, this guy is not in bad form. Lewandowski is still scoring 40 plus goals per season. And when you see him have this type of momentum and you don't see any signs of him slowing down, why not go for someone like him, even though he's 33 years old? I have talked about this before because Klopp said this a couple of days ago. He was saying on how I want to keep Salah and Mane for many more years because the way that football is going now and the way that these clubs take care of the players, they can bring more longevity towards these players. These players are lasting way longer than how they're lasting way longer than how much they used to be, right? A few years ago, like Ronaldo, still scoring goals at the age of 37 years old. Ibrahimovic is still very involved in AC Milan's success, and he's like 41 years old. Um, there's many players who are in their mid 30s and they're still doing really good. They're doing okay. They're not doing like world class, but they're doing okay. And we did not see that a few years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. We were seeing these players at the age of like 33, 34 years old saying, like I'm gonna just go to this league and shut myself down. Right. Um Lewandowski right now, looking at him, there's just no signs of him slowing down. I'm going to continue to say that. I do think that he has all the capability in the world under a good squad, right? Under a good, fresh Barcelona that knows exactly how they want to play. I think that Lewandowski can score about 40 plus goals next season under Barcelona with someone like Rafinha being on the right, Ansu on the left, or maybe, hopefully, maybe, and I hope Dembele on the right side and Ansu on the left, and Lewandowski in the middle. Like, why not? Pedri, Gavi, great creators. Frankie, a great creator, someone who can bring the ball many times to someone like Lewandowski. Busquets can always find someone like Lewandowski too. So it's just I see Lewandowski scoring about 40 goals per season with Barcelona. Um, he's someone who's very experienced. Of course, we're not going to be seeing a Lewandowski that takes on about one or two players and creates goal by himself. He's not that type of striker no more. He has readjusted his game. That's what makes strikers like him very smart, and what brings them longevity is that they know how to readjust their game. And clubs are going to be looking at that and saying, okay, this guy readjusted his game. He's not what he used to be, but we can work around that. So it could work. Trust me, like it really could work. Like if I think we did a comparison of Lewandowski and like some other strikers. Lewandowski still has greater goal conversion rate by like a huge margin, and that's basically it. If you guys look, I'm gonna show you guys something, right? I want to compare Lewandowski with someone like Benzema and someone like who else? Guys, name me some like strikers that you guys are like looking forward to, like right now. I want to see. Name me some strikers that you guys are like, oh, I want this striker at Barcelona next season, and I want to compare that striker to someone like Lewandowski and Benzema, right? Like just put out some look, Haaland, Vlahovic, Nunez. Okay, like let's do that, right? So everyone's saying Haaland, Vlahovic, Darwin Nunez. Okay, let's do that. Those three players. Everyone's saying Darwin. Let's do that, right? And I'm gonna show you guys. What are we doing? Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to the player list. I think I already made a list before. Striker options. Is it this one? We're gonna go here. Okay, Lewandowski, Lautaro Martinez. We did this already, but I'm gonna do it again since I do see a few new people here. We're gonna remove this. You guys were asking for. Okay, you guys were asking for Haaland, and you guys were asking for. Because I really want to make my case. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to make my case, right? That next season Lewandowski does have the capability to score a lot of goals. He is no different to someone like Erling Haaland, someone like and these other strikers, right? And let's see. I could be wrong, but let's see. Everything right here is super live, right? Nothing here is studied, but this is all just super live. But I'm very confident that I'm right. Where is that striker options? Yeah, confirm. You guys were also asking for who else? Darwin Nunez, we did that already. Haaland, Vlahovic. Okay, you guys want to see Vlahovic too, right? Someone that we have been linked with. How you spell Vlahovic? How the heck do you spell Vlahovic? Okay, I got it right. Add list. We're gonna go to here, and we're gonna go to striker options. We're gonna confirm. Okay, so we have a list now, right? You guys, these are the names that I've been seeing: Lewandowski, Vlahovic, Darwin Nunez, Erling Haaland, right? I want to show you guys, and you can already see here. There's a really a big preview right here. 59 goals, Vlahovic 33, Nunez 31, Erling Haaland 34. Let's do current season. This season that we are about to finish in about 3 days. 56, 33, 31, 34. Of course, Barcelona is going to be looking at this and saying, "Let's get the best striker here." Like this is like very black and white. The best striker here out of the players that they have been looking at, it is Lewandowski, and there's no signs of him slowing down, and he is the cheapest option. So why not? I mean, we can see here that the market value for Nunez. Oh wait, actually, no, sorry, guys. Sorry, I know. Okay, so I know I did not show it. So look, 56 goals, Lewandowski, Vlahovic 33, Nunez 31, Erling Haaland 34, right? And then we can see the market value. Lewandowski, even though he has the most goals here, he's still the cheapest one out of all. So why not get someone like him? It does make the most sense. And let's compare. Let's go to compare mode. Look, okay, see, goals per 90. Who has the highest one? We can see Haaland has the highest by like a little, right? Shots per 90, 3.97, 3.35, 3.87. So you can see here that Lewandowski has a very big high value in terms of shots per 90. Why not bring something like that to Barcelona? Because we need more goal scoring opportunities. We can bring these passes into the box. We have seen that all season. So why not bring someone like Lewandowski into that box, right? Shots on target percentage, 54.67%, beating someone like Vlahovic, beating someone like Nunez, beating someone like Erling Haaland by a small margin, right? But like, bro, like Erling Haaland is 21 years old. Lewandowski is 33 years old. How the heck does Lewandowski at the age of 33 have a better shot on target conversion rate than Erling Haaland? Haaland is more of like an athlete. He should be able to have better shots on target. But no, Lewandowski does, right? Goal conversion rate, okay? Look, everything right here is super live. 26%, 20%, 30%, 28%. Nunez does interest me a lot. This guy has a lot of potential to really become something like Lewandowski in about 6-7 years because of how good he is when it comes to getting his chances, right? His goal conversion rate is really, really good. Okay, so let's look at the attacking side, right? So look how much green there is. Look how beautiful this looks. Look how high they are. Look the successful attacking actions per 90. Darwin Nunez just bosses everybody, even Haaland, even Vlahovic, even Lewandowski, right? So yeah, let's talk about that because this is where things get very interesting. Nunez right now is being targeted by a lot of clubs. Like if Barcelona do not lock down the deal of Lewandowski, and Bayern says, no way, we're not going to be selling Lewandowski at all. We have no other replacement. We could go for someone like Nunez. Maybe if Benfica does us the favor of saying, we'll put a 45, 50 million price tag for this player. And that's basically it. Right. But if they say like 75, 80 million euros, of course, Barcelona's going to back off. But if we have the opportunity, the financial opportunity to go for someone like Nunez and we get like a cheap option in terms of like the price tag, why not go for this player? It wouldn't hurt to pay an extra 25 million euros for a striker besides Lewandowski, because Nunez will give us a lot of years, right? He's 22, Lewandowski is 33, right? Goals, right? 56 goals per 90. We've seen that. Headed goals 10, 5, 5, 5, 5. Headed goals per 90. Okay, shots 214, 160 for Vlahovic. Nunez 102. Erling Haaland 121. So Lewandowski does have a huge shot volume. Huge shot volume. This guy sees a lot. The only reason why Lewandowski sees a lot of shots over someone like Haaland, Nunez, and Vlahovic is because Lewandowski is backed by a very good team. A very good team that brings a lot of chances to him. And that is what I hope Xavi does bring for Lewandowski if Lewandowski comes to Barcelona, is to have a very set, great midfield. It's very important. Someone like Pedri can really help Lewandowski. Goal conversion, we've seen that. Assist. Yeah, so it's super clear. I think that The one that's closest to Lewandowski right now, of course, it could be someone like Haaland, but he hasn't been on his best form as of now. I think that Haaland at Man City is going to be a very different monster. But as of now, as of today, right now, as of May 27th, 2022, the one closest to Lewandowski in terms of all of our options, it is Nunez. But again, the obstacle is, does Barcelona have the capability to pay 85 or like 75 million euros for Nunez? I don't think so. Can Benfica, you know, hopefully do Barcelona a favor and say we'll give you guys a price tag of 55, 45 million euros? Maybe. I doubt it, but that would be a miracle. And I think that Barcelona would really pull the trigger on that if they come out like that with that type of price tag. Right? Because uh if we look at get Adam get out of here. If we look at Darwin Nunez, so right now, look, he's being linked to like Man U. There's stuff about like Newcastle can sign. Yeah, whatever. There's a lot of like clubs are looking for him. A lot of talks on Man U. If we look at his transfer value, according to Transfer Market, it's 44 million euros. I don't know if this is 100% correct, but if it's 44 million euros flat, why not? Right? Why not pay that extra 10 to 15 to 20 million euros for someone like him? And he's 22 years old. Now, who knows, right? Maybe one of the reasons why Xavi's not so keen on Nunez, but very keen on Lewandowski is because maybe he says, someone like Nunez doesn't fit the profile of Barcelona. And I have no idea. Like Xavi does all of these heavy studies. I don't know, what type of, like, there's two different types of strikers, right? There's one that could take on players and one that sits inside the box, right? Both can fit in Barcelona. Nunez is both. Nunez is both. He can sit in the box and he can wait for the balls, the through balls, or he can be someone that comes a little deeper than usual, takes on about 1 to 2 players, kind of like Luis Suarez, and scores those goals, make goals out of nowhere. Luis Suarez was that back in 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017. So, like, for example, I want to look at his goals, to be honest. I want to see how he scores. I hope I don't get flagged for this. So, like, this is the most recent goal that he has scored on April 29th, 2022. Right? So we can see here. Okay, so where is he? Is that him? So he has great rebound reflexes. You see that? Great rebound reflexes. You can see Darwin Nunez. Look, see that this is what's really smart about Darwin Nunez and him sitting very deep, well, deeper than usual, almost acting like that second striker. Like, he thinks he's gonna receive the ball, but then he's like, "Oh wait, let me actually move into the space onto the left and try to receive the ball from there and wait for it." Look, smart. Shakes the defender, moves into space, and now he's free. You like that? Look, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the right. Oh wait, never mind. Let me go to the left. I see space," and then looks for that rebound. That's killer instinct right there. That's amazing. I like that. So let's go here. Okay, what are we? Let me pause it. Okay, so this is Sporting. Okay, so Benfica is here. I'm assuming Benfica is this team right here, and then Darwin Nunez is that one. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, so this is another really good example of what Darwin Nunez could do. You would never see Lewandowski see something like this. Like, you never see Lewandowski do something like this. I mean, like, he cannot make these runs and take on like 2 players. Look at that physicalness. Look how he just stops that center back right there. He's like, nope, this is my ball. Right? That's amazing. That's very Erling Haaland like. Right, I like this. I like what I see coming from Darwin Nunez because it gives us more options up top, and then he has that killer instinct. Of course, let's look at this one. This is gonna be against Liverpool. Uh, Liverpool versus Benfica. Let's see how Darwin Nunez scored on this one. I think that many of you guys have already seen Nunez score against Liverpool. Let's see. Okay, so where are we at? I like to pause it before. Okay, so this is Liverpool. This is Benfica. All right. What the hell was that? Was that offside? Woo, that was nice. That was super nice. Look how he just shifts his body. He's like boom, right there. It's really hard. Becker is actually, the goalkeeper here is actually really smart for positioning himself right here because it's really hard for a striker to like find an outlet to shoot to. Like he barely has any space to shoot here, and he barely has any space to shoot here. If it was someone like Messi back in 2011, 2012, like that monster Messi, he would have just chipped it over easily with his left foot, just boop, chip it. I remember when I was watching that when I was little. But look at that. That's really nice, right? Super, super precise on his shots. Really, really nice. Let's look at one more because I want to get an idea of the profile of Nunez. Because so far, many of these, okay, this is gonna be a header goal. I don't want to see something like that. So I got something like this. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but many of these is that getting Maldo? No, that's not. Oh my god, that's super nice, but I don't like stuff. I don't like stuff like that. It's nice, but I don't. I want to see like him taking on, being on the ground, the ball on the ground. Uh, okay, that's smart. I like that movement. You see Nunez right here, all the way to the far left. He's offside, like, but is he offside when he? Okay, so look at that. See, look at that smart move. He gets onside and he sees the space. Oh, I thought he was gonna pass it to him. Okay. Oh, I see what's going on. Now he's making a move. Horrible defending. Okay, I thought it was gonna be like this guy here that has the ball is gonna pass it right there and then he receives the ball. But someone like Pedri would easily find that through ball to Darwin Nunez, making that move right there. But he didn't receive it there. See, this is what's gonna make Nunez become such a star in the future is that once Nunez gets out of Benfica and he's behind world-class midfielders like Gavi, Pedri, Frankie, he would be able to find so many opportunities like this because of his smart movement. Right here, unfortunately for this midfielder here, did not see that. But whatever, right? He's a smart mover. It's great. I like it. Lewandowski is a much different type of striker, right? So let's look at this. Let's look at his goals. Wolfsburg. So look, this is way different to how Nunez scores. Look, see how like Lewandowski is just sitting there in the box. Nunez will not ever do that. I mean, he does this sometimes, but most of his goals come through like long balls, and he makes those runs and takes on a few players, and then he scores. But already here, you can just see, right? You can just see exactly what could happen at Barcelona. So let's just say, for example, Dembele right here, Dembele. You have Ansu, and then Alba here, and then you have Lewandowski just waiting in the box. Exactly what I have been saying, right? It could work. So you see it right there. He's just waiting, right? Look, he's just waiting in the box, and then he scores. Easy, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's super simple. Like I don't get what's so complicated about like football and stuff like that, right? So like when you guys say like how is Lewandowski gonna be? Why are they so hell bent on Lewandowski? Is because like he knows exactly where to position himself in the box, and we have all of the utensils to put those balls in the box. Look again in the box, just waiting, and then boom, great movement from him. Look at that, athletic. It's the same thing. There's not a lot of movement when it comes to Lewandowski. At the age of 33 years old, you should be doing something like this. If you're 33 and you're making runs like Darwin Nunez, you're gonna get injured and you're not gonna go anywhere with it, right? So that's that. Um, Lewandowski is the correct signing for Barcelona. Okay, so let's move on towards the next question, and now we're gonna get into uh this is going to be a very short one. So we have Nitro Rider. I don't know how to pronounce your name, bro. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, Nitro Rider. Shout out to you. I see you very I see you a lot on the group chat on the Discord. All right, so he was basically asking why do defenders become captains most of the time? Very simple because these defenders that we see today and we have been seeing throughout the past like 20, 30 years, they're always the most disciplined. They're the ones that sacrifice the most. They're the ones that need to understand the style of play. They need to understand where to position themselves all the time because if they don't know that, everything's gonna fall down. And when you're that deeply ingrained into the game, right? And you know exactly what the coach demands from you, you're gonna end up being captain. It's very simple, right? You're just the most disciplined. Strikers can make mistakes. Midfielders can make mistakes, but when a defender makes mistakes, it usually converts into a goal. So that's why defenders are much more intense, much more committed to their game because they need to. Because if not, you're gonna be kicked out. That's basically it, right? So, and you know, they have character, a lot of character. Look at Maldini from 2006, 5, 2004, 2002. Maldini was a great captain. Araujo has the potential to be a very great captain because you could just see his body language. He always tells Eric Garcia, "Hey, go over there, go this way. Hey, I'm gonna stay back. You go forward." Mascherano, I don't think he was he captain for Barcelona before, but he was besides even if he didn't wear the armband, he was still like a he was a great captain because he was always every time Barcelona scored and they were celebrating, Mascherano always used to go straight to Lucho or Guardiola and say, "Hey, like, what can we do better? You know, I was seeing some mistakes, even though we're winning. What should I do moving forward to lock down these last 10 minutes?" So Mascherano was always on top of his game, and that's what makes a leader. That's what makes a great captain. So that's basically it. Not too much about it. They just have the character, right? And they know their importance in their role. Um, so we do have AD744. Shout out to AD744. What's your expectations for USA at the World Cup? Okay, so we're gonna step away from like the Barcelona talk. Um, we're gonna be talking about USA just for a second. So when it comes to this World Cup that's coming up in about a few months, I think that USA has what it takes to have a good run in the World Cup. Um, I swear to you guys, I'm not being biased. It's just that this USA team does have a lot of quality. They are the youngest team to qualify in this World Cup. They're going to come with a lot of enthusiasm. They're going to come in believing that they can do something great. This USA team has a lot of potential to do really good and have a really deep run in the 2026 World Cup. When it comes to this one, I kind of just want them to gain the experience on what it's like to play at such high level because most of these players have not really experienced that with their national team. Some have, but not all of them. And I think it'll be very important, right? USA can if USA can get into the round of 16 and maybe in the quarterfinals, that's already a very successful World Cup for them. If they get knocked out in the quarterfinals or in the round of 16, that's fine, right? As long as they got the experience and they did well, they fought against Germany well, they fought against like whoever they play against, maybe in the next round. I would be very happy. Let me see USA, right? So like USA is going to be playing against I know it's against England, but I forgot the other teams. Where'd you go say it? Okay, so yeah, USA, Iran, and they're going to be playing against England. That's going to be a really good game. And then they're going to be facing a European playoff winner. The games like this, like the European playoff winner or the playoff one winner, that's going to be played in a couple of days. So we should find out who else are we going to be with in that Group B. USA though, when they face against England, I can't wait for that day. I cannot wait because many are underestimating USA. Everybody's saying England has the easiest group in the World Cup. No, you guys don't. All you English fans, you guys don't. USA is going to be giving out a very good fight. Last time England and USA did play, I think that USA hold off England. Um, I think they did. I might be wrong. Right. Let me see. So like 20. Okay, so we lost right there. But there's other game like back in that 2014 or 2018 one, or maybe 2010. But I can't find it. Like it's gonna take too long. I forgot. But maybe I think it was in the group stages. How like I think we were like in second place, or it was something like that. But um, okay, so this is very interesting, right? So damn, 1950 we beat them. We lost 3-6, 1-8, 1993. Okay, so this one right here, right? So the 1-1 tie against England in the World Cup back in 2010. Yeah, in the 2010 World Cup, we did very well. We hold off against England very well. And I remember before that game, everyone was saying, England has it so easy. Who's USA? Who's this Donovan guy? And blah blah blah. England is gonna win 3-4-0. I remember that. But we ended up holding off England very, very well on that day. And I think that in this upcoming game against England in the World Cup, we have a better chance of even winning against England if England have a bad day. We know, and I know I am very well aware that England has a very great squad. They have Phil Foden, they have Sancho, they have Kyle Walker, they have so many great up and coming players. Henderson, who's going to be like the veteran for that national team. They have a humongous amount of great players. USA does too. USA has Dest. We have Gio Reyna. We have Timothy Weah. We have so many great soccer players, right? So like, look, we have Pulisic, Reyna, Pepe, McKennie, Aronson, Dest, Weah, Stefan, Tyler Adams, Robinson, Uh, Miles Robinson, hopefully he comes back as soon as possible because he was selected to be in that roster for the World Cup. But he did just encounter a Achilles. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but something with a tendon behind your foot, on the back of your foot. He did like rip it or something. It might take him out for potentially the whole World Cup. I feel really bad for him, but hopefully he does come back as soon as possible. Look, we have Scully, we have Buzio, just so many great players. Like Scully had a great season with Mönchengladbach. Buzio, they have been relegated, so hopefully he does move to a different club so he can play first division football. Pepe did not do really good in his first season with I believe it's called Osberg. He barely did anything. He barely got any minutes. McKennie unfortunately got injured, but he is going to be playing very soon with the USA men's national team. Aronson, Aronson, man, that guy had the move to Leeds. It should be very exciting because the brand new coach for Leeds, it is Jesse Marsh, and Aronson has played against Marsh before. I mean, he played with Marsh before, back in Austria. And so he does have a lot of experience, right? March has a lot of experience with coaching Aronson. He knows. I know that he's going to know exactly what to do with him at Leeds, and so it should be very, very exciting. I hope that Leeds do very well next season, and Aronson becomes part of that success. Where do I believe Aronson is going to be playing at? Maybe on the right wing, maybe on the left wing, maybe as a central attacking midfielder. We have no idea because that team is very fresh. Jesse March has a lot of plans with Leeds. We don't know how their set formation is going to be, their consistent formation, but Aronson is going to be part of that project. And so expect to see Aronson play a lot of minutes at the Premier League within those first like 2 or 3 months, and then be gracefully laid off to the USA men's national team with a lot of momentum. Dest, I have no idea. You and me know exactly what's going on with Dest in Barcelona. Dest might be sold. He might go to Bayern. He might go to a team like Liverpool. He might go to Man City. He might go to like a bunch of clubs that have been linked with this player. But this guy's going to be a for sure starter with USA no matter where he goes. Even if he leaves FC Barcelona, he will be a for sure starter. Gio Reyna, I hope that he really fulfills his potential, but this guy has been out for so many reasons because of so many injuries. But Gio Reyna, you know what I've said before back then, about 2 or 3 months ago when he came back. Gio is 19 years old, and the way that this guy plays, like this guy is just so technically gifted that I honestly believe this guy, and I'm not being biased. I swear to God, I'm not being biased. I honestly believe Gio Reyna has enough potential to be a Barcelona player. I would love to see someone like Reina join Barcelona. Why not? Many said, why would Reina go to a team like Barcelona? Because there's so many great midfielders. Reina's just only going to be benched and blah, blah, blah. I don't think so. I think that Reina has a lot of technique in his game. This guy really does see like exactly what's going on in front of him. Those passes that he makes. I think that having Reina in this Barcelona team next to Pedri or next to Gavi would be so amazing to see. I'm waiting to see what's going to be his next move. Even if, look, as a USA fan, right? I'm taking off my Barcelona cap for a bit. As a USA fan, even if Reina joins Real Madrid, that would be such a great move. Such a great move. I would love to see Reina join Real Madrid or join a team like maybe Liverpool, right? Bring that extra magic, that extra technique into that midfield with someone like Thiago. So that would be great to see. Pulisic, of course, this guy here, he's been really he's been receiving a lot of backlash at Chelsea because many say that Pulisic has a lot of opportunities on the field and he blows it. He always misses all of these sitters. I don't think so. I think that Pulisic does very great. I just think that many punish Pulisic because of these little mistakes. Like many of these Chelsea fans, these exact same Chelsea fans were saying Salah is trash. Remember when Salah was playing for Chelsea a few years ago, and many were saying Salah is trash. This guy needs to be sold. Send him to Liverpool. And look who Salah is now. They say that many players are trash and they end up being so great at their next club. But if you were to ask me who's going to be like that possible starting 11 for the USA men's national team against England, which is going to be a very important game, I think that we're going to be seeing what's that? Okay, so I think that we're going to be seeing so let me see. I think that we're going to be seeing Zimmerman as one of the center backs. We're going to see Matt Turner. I think that he is over Stefan officially. Zimmerman, Matt Turner, right back Serginho Dest, left back is going to be Robinson, the other Robinson. And hopefully, I really just want to say that the other Miles Robinson is going to be there. So I'm gonna just assume and just have faith that Robinson is going to be there because he has been playing phenomenal, right? So Robinson with Zimmerman with the other Robinson, Anthony Robinson from Fulham, and then Serginho Dest on the right back will be phenomenal. It'll be great. Midfield, McKennie. I have McKennie, Tyler Adams. McKennie and Tyler Adams are immovable. You can't move them anywhere. But this where it gets very difficult is like, who do you place in the midfield, Gio Reyna or Yunus Musa? It's difficult, but I'm gonna just go for Reyna because he is someone that is very, I would say, different to someone like McKennie and Tyler Adams. Musa does add more physicality within that midfield, but we have that physicality with McKennie and Tyler Adams. So I'm just gonna assume that Gio Reyna is gonna be a starter in that midfield with McKennie and Adams, a perfect mix of both worlds. And then that front three is going to be Pulisic. There's this one other striker that just said, I'm not going to be playing for Germany anymore and I'm going to be moving to USA. I forgot his name. I really forgot his name, but there's this up and coming striker. He's not just a striker, but he can also play as a attacking midfielder. But as of now, I'm just going to be saying Pepe, and then the right winger is going to be Wea. That's going to be my starting 11. But there's this other player that just chose USA recently, and that guy is just a monster. That guy knows how to score, but I can't find the guy's name. Okay, so moving on away from here, right? We're going to be talking about something different now. Now let's go on to the next topic of today, and now we're going to be talking about Ghost 121. Did I talk about this already? Okay, so Ghost 121 says, "Do you think we can genuinely compete for the Champions League next season? If not us, who are the favorites for next season's Champions League?" Okay, so this guy's asking, do we believe that Barcelona have what it takes to be Champions League material next season, right? Can we compete for the Champions League next season? I'm going to have to say yes. I really do think so, because even if we don't make the signings that we want, and we don't get, let's say, Rafinha, for example, and we don't get Koulibaly, for example, I still think that we can be very competitive. I have no idea why people say that. Oh, with this team, we're not gonna be going anywhere. At the end of the day, right? We ended up being in second place in La Liga, right? Like, why not? We can do so much better with starting with Xavi from the preseason, and we can also have right. Like when you do good in the league, you're gonna be doing very well in other tournaments. That always ends up happening. Look at Liverpool. Look at City. They ended up doing very well in the tournaments because you gain confidence, you gain momentum, and that's very important when you know that you are doing very well and you're beating teams like Sevilla, Real Madrid, you're beating teams like who else? Villarreal, and you're just boxing them around. When you go to the Champions League, you're gonna be like, okay, we got this. Like we own this. We own our league, and we can own this, right? So I really wished and I wonder what would have happened if Barcelona were still in the Champions League and we were in the like when we were beating Real Madrid 4-0 and we were beating Sevilla like 4 something and Atletico Madrid 4 something. I wonder what would have happened to Barcelona if we were still in the Champions League. I really wonder that because that's very important. Can you like you see how that makes sense, right? Like when you're beating teams like that in that way, do you not think that Barcelona's not going to do well like against other teams in the Champions League? They were gaining that confidence. And I think that the only thing that just needs to happen for Xavi next season is to just have more backups, right? To really have that starting 11 feel that pressure that their position is not safe because the moment you have that, that's the moment when you really do have something really good. Um, so let's say, for example, right, our starting 11 next season. All right, let's get it here. Our starting 11 next season, assuming that we don't make a lot of changes. Let's just assume the worst because I still think that we can still do really good. If we have Alba, Araujo, Piquet and Dest as our midfield. I mean, as our defensive line. Our midfield being Busquets, Frankie, and Pedri, and then our front three being Ansu, Ferran, and let's just say Aubameyang. Right? I'm just gonna exclude Dembele. If Dembele, it's really hard because like I have no idea like who's gonna leave, who's gonna play where. But let's just say, for example, if we can have Abde and Rafinha on the right, pressuring someone like Dembele or Ferran Torres, that would be great. We need that, right? We have the capability to make a team like that and to be in a position like that when it comes to the striker position. If someone like Ferran Torres can actually find his goal scoring form, I want him to place pressure on Aubameyang to say that your place is not safe. Like if I come here, I'm going to be scoring goals. We need that. I also want Ferran Torres to really. This is why Ferran Torres is also very important, right? I want him to really regain his form and get into that goal scoring form and say, "Hey, look, Ansu, if you don't play well, I'm going to be taking your spot." And we know what Ferran Torres could do on that left wing. We know how lethal he can be. We know his movement. So we need his goal scoring form. If he can do that, he's going to be placing pressure on someone like Ansu Fati. Even though we know that Ansu Fati almost seems immovable, I still think that Ferran Torres can place pressure. Um, our midfield, I hope that Pablo Torre becomes that player that we do need because if we have Pablo Torre and also Kessie performing at a very high level, they can place pressure on players like Frankie, Gavi, and Busquets. Pedri will be immovable. There's no way Pedri is not going to be like on the bench at all. But you see how like our midfield that we're going to be having next season is actually really good. Kessie, Busquets, Pedri, Gavi, Frankie, and Pablo Torre. That's amazing. If you take away Puig, if you take away Nico, assuming that they don't want to use these players no more. If you take away who else? Okay, that's basically it, right? That midfield is really good. Like how can like Xavi will succeed with a midfield like that? I see a lot happening. And then when it comes to the defensive line, that is where it does need the most work. And I hope that Barcelona really emphasize on this area because Mingueza is going to be leaving. Lenglet, I don't trust him. I know that he's just like 26 years old, but still I don't trust him. Right. Um, Dani Alves is going to be here for another 6 months, but we need like another right back. Like I want Aspilicueta, right? He needs to be. I want him to be there because I want him to place pressure on someone like Dest. Um, Garcia, I think that he will still do very well. Araujo will still do very well. Piquet still has a very strong year in Barcelona, so we can do a lot. Maybe the left back needs to be reinforced. I'm hoping that Balde can really become the player that he should be and place pressure on Jordi Alba, assuming that we can't afford a left back. Hopefully we do. This is we're talking about right now, like the worst case scenario. And if Barcelona can still compete when we go into that season in the worst possible condition, I still think that we can. We have the players that we need, and especially with the likes of Kessie and Pablo Torre coming in and Rafinha, if we have those three players coming in, we'll be okay. I think that we will be okay. Even with like the goalkeeper position, like we have Ter right? Neto's not going to be here, but Benya's going to be here. He's really good, right? Benya is going to be there. Denas is going to be there. So that's what's so great about having like a great sporting director is that we have scouted the great players. Christensen is also going to be there, of course, but we talked about how Christensen is not going to be like that leader for Barcelona. He's not someone like Piqué or someone like a Araujo, right? He's very similar to someone like Eric Garcia or Lenglet. They get nervous in certain situations. But that's okay, right? We need to know how to handle situations like that. Christensen should never, ever in his life be placed right next to Eric Garcia or Lenglet. Christensen should be always next to either Araujo or Gerard Piqué. It's all about knowing exactly who to place and who to place them with. If Xavi understands that, we can be very competitive. We just need that depth, right? And I think that we do have enough depth. Man City is going to be a really hard team to beat. Like, if we want to win the Champions League, we have to talk about, can we beat a team like Man City? Because Man City is starting to become a lot more like Barcelona, which is very scary, right? Like, think about what I just said there. Like, Man City is becoming a lot more like Barcelona than Barcelona. Than Barcelona should be like Barcelona, right? Like, it's crazy because City is literally becoming that team. Like, it's so hard to take away the ball from City. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen that game between City and Aston Villa when Man City scored that third goal and it was 3-2 and they won the Premier League. It was impossible, my friends, impossible to take away the ball from Man City. Impossible. And I'm like, this is exactly how Barcelona was a few years ago. Like, City is literally becoming the Barcelona team that we saw a few years ago. And that's very scary because now what's going to happen when you have a team like that with Erling Haaland, right? And that's very scary to talk about because we need to talk about and have conversations about, like, how can a Barcelona team like this with these freaking players beat a team like Man City where they can't take away the ball from us and outplay us from top to bottom in every corner of the pitch, in every area. Even, yes, if we have someone like Pedri on top form, with Frankie in top form, with Dembele in top form, with Ansu, even with these players in top form, my friends, even with Lewandowski, right? Man City will still try to outplay us, and that's very scary because they would outplay us in the way that we should be playing. And it's just like, I hope that Xavi knows exactly what he's doing, and I hope that he continues to try and reinstill the playing style. Because let me tell you, if there is one team that can beat Man City, it would be Barcelona, but only if they do things very well. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take a lot of time, and we need certain transfers to happen. But the only team that can outplay City would be Barcelona itself, because what City wants to be is what Barcelona used to be a few years ago. And if Barcelona can reach that level on what they used to be, I think that they have the capability to outplay Man City, but it's gonna take work. It's gonna take certain transfers to make that happen. These players need to understand what is required to be at that level, to play how Barcelona should be playing, because it has been taken away from us over the past 5 to 6 years, and it's very hard to get that back. City have been working to play like this for the past 4 to 5 years, and they have finally nailed it. And now imagine what's going to happen with someone like Erling Haaland, right? And so, Man City is going to be a very scary team. I have faith that Barcelona can continue to work in that way. It took Man City about 3 or 4 years to get to this point. Barcelona, it could take 3 to 4 years too, but this is like home. Barcelona, the only reason why City is City is because of Barcelona. Barcelona knows, right? They know they did it before. They can do it again. Um, let me answer some of your guys' questions, right? So why is everyone talking about who is Wage? Sorry guys, I don't know how to pronounce Wage, but this guy here is sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. um if you guys are wondering, this guy here, if you guys do not know who he is, he basically did join Barcelona a few years ago, about like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, or something like that. But this guy did get injured about a year and a half ago, and he like literally ripped or tore his ACL. Like he literally ran right against the pole of the goalpost, and he hit his knee so hard against that goalpost, where many did speculate that this player here was never going to come back again. That was the story. That this player had a finished career. He's not going to ever return to become a football player ever again. And here he is, right? He's back. And he's back at he was playing at PAOK. I don't know this team, but that was basically the team that he was playing in. If you guys want to see some proof, this guy was a Barcelona player before. So you can see here that he was playing for Barcelona. Never really fulfilled his potential. Maybe he might come back. Let's go back even further. So you can see that he was heavily involved in Barcelona B. And then there was, what the heck, Badalona. And then he was sometimes involved in the first team. Look, he has a 1 goal, 1 assist. So you can see that he's been here for a very long time, but we don't know if he's ever going to reach that point of potential, right? So I'm kind of putting him on the back end right now because we just don't know. It's very unfortunate for him. Let's go back. Sorry, guys, I'm losing my voice. Someone says, what about Collado? Alex Collado still is going to be at that team for Barcelona next season. Of course, Xavi does trust him. Collado is going to be either playing as a right winger or as a midfielder. Who knows what are going to be the plans for coming from Xavi when it comes to Collado. Let's see what's going on with Alex Collado right now. What the hell does this mean? Yeah, that's right. Liverpool better be the favorites, but yeah, so look, it says Xavi has informed Alex Collado that he is counting on him for next season. So he's going to be very important. I don't know if he is going to be like that option B or C, but I don't know for what position yet. Is he going to be pressuring players like Dembele or Rafinha on the right wing, or is he going to be pressuring players like Pedri or Gavi or Frankie for a position in the midfield? Right here, another report says Xavi has personally communicated to Alex Collado that he counts on him for next season. Xavi's intentions are clear, and Collado is more excited to return to Barcelona. But again, we don't know where he's going to be playing at. But that's basically it. Okay, so I'm going to be ending the live session here now. We have reached 1 hour. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I really do appreciate it. I really have to go pee right now because I just drank a bunch of water. But thank you guys so much for joining in. I will see you guys next time.